I'm a bit early, so I'll wait. I'm having my little break from doing some jewellery. So I thought I'd just chuck a few things out for weekend. Like I said, it's just a break. I am laughing at something. And I've just had a bit of a giggle to myself as I just was getting a drink then. With memories of just daft things. Hi Reese. So, how energy can reside in things and be... Oh, I don't even know how to get this across. I've just done something my mum normally does, and it's a bit of a song and a dance. It's not even a song, it's just a tune that my mum made up. This is just not going to make any sense. Hi, Critical Thinker. And when I do it, I feel like my mum. It reminds me of my mum. And if my sister did it, we'd know what it was. And it's just that energy. I can't even explain it. I'll have to explain it on Monday. Hi, Tapper. Because there was certain things. I went to see my mum in Wales at weekend. I will talk about it on Monday, not now because it's too long. Hi, Sleeping Warrior. Hey up. Of memories and how you can have false memories as well of what you can make pictures up and have false memories, which was to do with me something I'll tell you on Monday. I'm not explaining that now. I'm just waffling on to myself. Hi, woke. But this is just a little chat about some funny things, and I just wanted to read a tweet out that I got sent because a lot of people who still think that Q is a psyop and Trump's not good and he's batting for the other side of the team, because we all know all over the world, mainly, when you vote for a politician, which I have never done in my life, I wonder why, they're normally batting for the same team. They'll just tell you something you want to hear, but they're normally the flip side of the coin. They're normally the same coin. Trump isn't the same coin. And I'm going to read out and explain what someone did a really good tweet of explaining why you've got to think about it sometimes, whether you believe in it or not. It doesn't matter, because as I've said before, where we are going and what is happening and what we're doing as people taking back our power is more than Q. Q is just let me show you. Q is not the whole part of everything. Q is a part of a lot of things going on, but Q is part of the Great Awakening, which is a tool to help people wake up. I've had red pillings too. I can't sleep. Most people can't sleep that have been red pill, but once you get through it and you start realising, because you have put some really good comments on, and I know you know what we're supposed to be focusing on. I just come on here to help people try and remember what we're supposed to be focusing on through these times and how you'll get through the Great Awakening of the stuff that's happening. And on Monday, I have got a great watch party to watch, as in a video. I call them watch parties when I'm showing you someone else's video that someone else sent me, but I'm going to save it for Monday. Of the stuff I've been talking about, a lot of us been talking about, but someone else saying in a different way, but it's still the same, and it'll still make you resonate and stuff. And it was just, I was listening to it last night and it was ace, so thank you. So it was, let me go into this. First of all, before I go into the tweet, which some of you may have seen. Oh, you were told 3 times in 5 minutes about not work. Well, you just smile and say, I'm breathing in godly air. So anyway, they can't tell you not to breathe in fresh air. So today, I've just come on a break because I've just been making some jewellery. I've just forgot that I need to put these lovely little bag charms, all different ones. I have shown them before, and I do like to show my art and wares and things. I've got to put tassels on, so they're not finished. They're nearly finished, they need tassels on, but we had Hello Sunshine, and I have wood burned into the wood. Hello Sunshine, my new friend. Is that the song? Can't remember. And we have got You Are Light, because you are light. They just need a tassel on. No, I haven't, and I will not. Peace Not War. Bag charms or key rings, whatever you want to use them for. And we've got a little hummingbird on no fear, only love, because free like a bird. I'm like a bird, I want to fly away. That's just come into my head. Away from all the rubbish and all the lies and everything. I'm like a bird, I want to fly away. Hi, Von Craig. And then the last one is go with the flow, people. I heard someone saying the other day, and I said it the other week when I was doing the analogy, is that the right thing, of a river when I went camping. We get boulders in the way, but the water always moves around it. Gets past them, little things we have in life. It gets round it and flows. It's not ever, a river never stops flowing. Someone said it the other day, I was listening to it, but I actually said it the other week, if you remember, when I said I went camping and I was looking at the river and I was like, yeah, a river always goes back to source, always goes back to the sea, the bigger source that we all are, but goes round again in cycles, but gets past all the boulders, goes down the waterfall, goes in the rapids of our life, but we still flow. We don't sit there like water and go, oh my God, there's a rock in the way. The water doesn't stop, does it? Even if it hits something else, it'll go underground and it'll come out somewhere else. So we're always flowing. We're not letting things stop us. So yeah, go with the flow. And it's got like a wave for water. And this is, I'll probably get this wrong now. I can't remember if it's the Hebrew or whatever symbol for water and memory, because water holds memory. If you didn't know. And to me, it's a crystal liquid. Crystals hold memory, because crystals to me are like a sort of, more solid form of water, let's say. If you know about Dr. Emoto. So I've got them. I've just had through the door today, which I'm really chuffed about, this little stamp. And if you can see on it, it's a hand, like in the cosmos. I love it for when I'm sending out, when people purchase gifts, I can put it on, candle wax with a little, all in the details. We got very excited about that. Yeah, just look at the bar, say, sorry, I don't speak English. What? Saying it in English. Hi, Seven Circles. And, oh yeah, and the bracelets I've been making, I've got a lot more that I've just got put together. Are these lovely little, dainty little stars, because we are all a star. With these, you can't really see on here, they're like a bluey silver glass bead, and we've got, I think they were turquoise, I can't remember, I've got to remember jade, I can't remember what they are, I'm going to have to find out. They always have gemstones on, my jewellery that I make, always have gemstones on. So, I'll be putting these up on Instagram, when I've made the rest of them. So I've been faffing around with them. I've still got more to do. But like I said, I'd come on a coffee joke. Dr. Emoto Water Experiment online, Dr. Emoto Peace Project. Yeah, if you don't know about Dr. Emoto, I've talked about Dr. Emoto quite a few times. I've got the book on it as well. Please go and check it out on YouTube. If you're learning about energies and stuff, if you just come into this sort of stuff. There's lots of people who did the Dr. Emoto experiment. I did it 3 times, 2 or 3 times on YouTube. I may do it again, I don't know. I have done it in the past. You got to go back and look at all my videos. If you don't believe in energy, this is what makes me laugh with people. They don't believe in certain things can be around them, energy, entities, spirit world, whatever. We know energy, sometimes you can't see it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So if you need proof, you need to go and do the Dr. Emoto. Shows you how words affect, your intentions affect the physical world around you. So all I'll say is that's the easiest way to go and look at it. Maybe I'll do a chat on it on my Mindset Mondays and go over it again for the new people who are coming into stuff. But who's chatting? Right, so let's see the birdies, because I'm trying to give you some positive vibes for Friday. Are you two speaking? Because you were speaking then. Was Jack and Nana? You saying hello? Where's Jack gone? Hello, Jack. Where have you gone? Yeah. So they're sat up there. So, card pulled this morning, because I tried to do my cards in the morning, higher self giving us a message, was, I think I put the video up, I don't know. 7 star sisters, I think of Pleiadians, the 7 sisters in the sky. It says birthing creation's tapestry of life expression. We are expressing ourselves in this multi-universe. You are an expression of God. Expressing yourself, because Source wanted to express itself in many different ways. Also, all paths, Moldavite, yeah, Moldavite's good. All paths lead home. Inner authority, not the government, the outer authority, our inner authority, intuition. Turn your gaze within, because as I keep saying, this is the work that needs to be done within. That was the last card, actually. I've just picked it up wrong. The middle card was You Got the Love. Reminds me of that song. What? You got the love, we can see you through. Can't remember that song. I don't know if it's Hadron energy, codependency, and boundaries. Of your codependency and boundaries, you are allowed to forgive, forget, have compassion, have unconditional love, but you do have to put boundaries on when you come into the realm of loving yourself, as in not big-headed, I mean looking after yourself, eating well, exercising, all the stuff for self-love, not the self-love that some people promote, self-love of you, even forgiving yourself in the past for things you've done. That's all self-love. It's not just about, you'll see people on Instagram thinking self-love is only about selfies, and that's all it is. It's not just about that body conscious thing that they all go on about. It's part of it, but it's not just that of putting selfies like, oh, look at me. It's the whole thing of forgiving things in the past. But I'm not talking about that now. I'll go on forever. And then obviously I picked this one up wrong, in the wrong order. All paths lead home. All paths do lead home. You do take some wrong turns sometimes, but we learn by our mistakes. If you don't learn by your mistakes, you will sort of be in a maze, and get a bit, lost, and come back again, and then get a bit lost again, because you're doing the same thing. So you sort of end up repeating the same thing and not really getting anywhere. Hi from New York. Whoop! I went to New York last year. I must say I didn't like all the advertising, but I did go to Trump ice skating ring, and I went on there, and I went to one of the Trump Towers. Oh, I loved it. Yes. Oh, yes. Hi, who's in Critical Thinker, Paul, Tap77, or Drago's Pack, Zell, Critical Thinker. To just say that Tracy Robinson, Julie, Paul, the Woke Cajun, is it? Von Craig, Seven Circles. Was anyone at the top? I can't remember. Sleeping Warrior, Reese, and anyone else who might be listening. So that's that. And then I got distracted by this, because this used to be my nana's, and she always liked turquoise. So I love turquoise. I know there's just a love for turquoise. And if you don't know, I want to live in the USA. So do I. Get me to be a citizenship. Trump, get me over there with my family. I'll come and work over there, making beautiful gifts. Right. Yes, so turquoise, because the Native American Indians used a lot of turquoise. A lot of indigenous used a lot of turquoise. Just a quick rundown. Turquoise is perhaps the oldest stone in man's history, the talisman, I can't even say it, of kings, shamans and warriors. It is a stone of protection, strong and opaque, yet soothing. I've always seen it as soothing because it's blue like water, calming. A stone of protection, strong and opaque, yet soothing to touch, healing to the eye. Because I see this is the colour, turquoise, electric blue, you could say, sometimes a violet blue. I see in the third eye a lot, with magenta around it and orange. Soothing to the touch, healing to the eye, as carved from I think it's Azer, I don't know, heaven, and slipped to earth. So that's funny, because that's the colour I see in my third eye. So that's beautiful. Then there was another one just going on about, where was it? Yeah, it was a sacred stone by the Native American Indians. And you can have turquoise is a blue, green, yellow, green. Turquoise is a purification stone. It's blue, reminds me of water. Water's purification. It dispels negative energy and can be worn to protect against outside influences. I think you need a piece now, or pollutions in the atmosphere. Turquoise balances and aligns all the chakras. So no wonder that has always been calling me. It was my nana's favourite gemstone. She always wore a lot of it, so I hold it quite dear to my nana, who's not in the physical realm. Stabilizing mood swings and instilling inner calm, which is what is needed. It is an excellent for depression and exhaustion. It also has the power to prevent panic attacks. Turquoise promotes self-realization and assists creative problem solving. It is a symbol of friendship and stimulates romantic love. So there you go. Boom. Oh, thank you, Tapper's put the link up with Charlie Ward. I think he's still off air at the minute because I think he's in 7 day YouTube jail, as we all know. So if you all want to come to live in the US, come down south. We have something called Southern Hospitality. Yeah, let's try some Southern food. And we re-raised to be that way. Yes, definitely, definitely. Y'all come down to Louisiana. That'd be great. I need to get me and my fella to come to America. That'd be great. And so I've always said, I'm sorry to anyone who lives in the city. I'd be more of a country girl myself. It's not because, some people love the city, but I like the country. So yeah, you never know. Next year, the Dolster will have to come. Would love it. Hi, Dave. So, what would you say? Wow. Yeah, we've got the love virus. That's what we've got. Hang on a minute. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to the tweet. For the people who still might think, Q's a psyop, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Try to understand it maybe a different way. Y'all, I love that. Y'all, when this is over, I'll host a great get-together and show y'all some wonderful Southern Hop. I know, I will say, at some point, sometime, there will be a world party. We all know this. And it's not because it's going to be like, there's things that will still be ongoing. There will be things that are still coming out to the public. But I think one of the biggest things is going to be when we actually see the ones who are looking for proof see it, but the whole takedown, we know the system's going down, the financial system as it was. Someone said the other day they were worrying about a cashless society. I think it's going more quantum. I think you'll still have cash, but things have got to change, and it's for the better, as in people aren't going to be able to print money and just print it off like they've been doing and doing what they've been doing with money. So it's going to be for more of the people who have got good intentions. They'll know where that money's going. But I'm not going into that because that's a completely different thing. But there will be a world party, and I'm just thinking, this shit show with the virus is going to be over, I think, by November, and a lot of people will forget, because I think Christmas is going to be great. And I don't mean Christmas about people talking about energies. I'm talking about we are going to be sat with our families and friends, because they would try to push this into next year and Christmas. Because can you imagine Christmas not being able to see your family and your friends? People are going to be fuming. So we are going to get it back by Christmas, and this is going to be blown out the water. And the truth on the virus, I reckon, when November comes, that's why they're pushing so hard to not. It's all about the elections, because they want all that distracted. They want that not happening, because they know as soon as Trump gets in again, which he will do, even if it's not at that one and there's a few days out, someone was saying the other day, and then they go into another election, he will get in, because we all know this is going to get blown right out of the water. I say this Christmas will be ace. Do you remember in America when they were trying to tell people not to say Merry Christmas? We were all watching this a few years ago. We were like, what? Yes. So anyway, getting into the tweet. Are you two talking now? Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Right. So I'm just going to read this out to anyone who may not understand. Anon661 put, probably the most commonly repeated question I get, and it's true, I get it, is what if Trump is really deep state and Q is a psyop? Well, do you two mind? So I'm going to do my best to share here what I tell those people. Short answer, this is, if this really is one big scam, then yes, we are in deep, deep trouble. But here's why. Now, I've always said this. If it's a psyop and if that comes to be true, we're in deep shit, people. The world's in deep shit. But I've always said there's no way it's a psyop when you actually look into it. But you just got to think about it. People will still go against this. I don't really care because I'm not on that timeline. Who wants to be on the timeline of the New World Order? You two. Right. Mrs. Nana, who has got really, really loud. Cheeky girl. Yes, I'm talking to you two. Well, come and talk to the camera then. Oh, you don't want to, do you? Hi, Robert Justin. So, let me read the whole thread out. Anons and Patriots are welcome to visit me in Southern California if the whole state doesn't burn. Well, I know this sounds awful. Some things are going to burn and they're going to have to burn and we're going to have to see some shit. But in the end, it's going to be worth it, even though that sounds a bit off. Right, I'm just going to read this tweet because I'll never get through it. Right. And this is how I've explained it before, but let's get it off somebody else. So, it's not, first of all, at this point we know that the plan was infiltration. I can never say this word. Infiltration, not invasion. It wasn't an invasion, it was infiltration. I can't even say that. And not to be a smart ass, but it was working. Of course it was working. How they got in was working. They were taking over. Less than 10 years after 9/11, we elected a Muslim to be our highest officer. That's Obama, if you didn't know. Oh yes, Obama and his wife, Big Mike. And the charm, because, you know, people go, oh, well, I Googled it, his family's this, that, and the other. That's Google, it's MSN. And he charmed the shit out of just about everybody fast. Asleep American sheep out there. Personally, I never cared for the guy. I questioned his something rise back in 2006, but did I suspect he was part of the same global deep state hell-bent on world domination? Of course not. Nobody did. But in the hindsight, we now can see exactly what they were doing. And there's no doubt Hillary was next in line. See, we are duped year in, year out. Nothing new under the sun, we all know that. Year in, year out, into thinking we are some great democratic government. But we're not. The people who run are chosen to run by... The people who run are chosen to run by people with far more power than we could ever imagine. So under this illusion of choice, because it is an illusion, we then are programmed to pick our favourite every election. A clear-cut favourite slowly emerges, and before we know it, the fake news is telling us all why that favourite is clearly best chose for America. It's a game, and a game they, in brackets, played well. They did play it well. And it's not just America, it's worldwide. But then something crazy happened in 2016. Oof, what was that? The not so clear-cut favourite came out of nowhere and upset the order of things. It was Hillary's time, and how dare we elect someone else in her place? With Trump in the White House, the previous 8 years had to be basically shit-canned. And this is why I say, if you know about energy and manifestation, you'll know why Trump got in. Now, how do we know Hillary was supposed to win? Go watch the footage from that night. And I've said this because people don't go back and research. Future proves past. Go back and find the articles and magazine covers. Shock doesn't begin to describe it. Why else would Obama leave so many judges' seats vacant for Trump? Why else? She didn't even write the speech she was supposed to be writing when you lose. She didn't have one because she thought she wasn't going to lose. Would they spy on Trump? That was their perceived insurance policy, but somewhere amongst the shadows and in the back rooms of some federal buildings, a new plan was being hatched, a plan that, by any estimation, had been in the works for at least a decade, a plan to get a patriot into office. That's Trump, because he loved America. Right, hang on. You're going mad here. What did I talk about? You're going bonkers. Way too loud. Birds trying to distract me. A patriot into office and take back control from the thugs and the criminals who had been deceiving us for a long time. Why isn't Trump deep state? Why isn't Q a LARP? Because logically, it makes no sense. If their plans were working, which they were, if Hillary wasn't in line to be the next POTUS, she was, and if she was their last step to the world domination, because that's what they were doing, then why let Trump win? Why let Trump and Q expose the very lies they work so hard to conceal? No master criminal gets to the 2 feet away from the finish line and spills their guts about the master plan. I've said this, you don't get to the end where she thought she was going to win and you should have seen her face when she didn't, and then let everybody know what's going down in the world, because they work in secret and they always have. You don't do that because the world wakes up. The world wakes up. The world wakes up. End game. Game over for them, not for us. This isn't a comic book. Trump isn't Lex Luthor unexpectedly giving patriots one last chance to follow his plan. Not when the stakes are this high. If Trump is deep state, then why is he working 20-hour days to expose them, to tease us and torture us for his big reveal? Because he does. He trolls them. He exposes everything every day, all day long. As the mastermind behind everything, does that make sense? My point is this: Trump winning served no purpose in their plan. They already had a slam dunk stater in Hillary. So why sneak Trump in at the last minute based on everything you've seen for the past 4 years? You wouldn't do that. You'd just let her win. You wouldn't do that and let her come in and chuck and just balls everything up. You just wouldn't do it, because they were. If she'd won, that'd have been it. Do you seriously think there is an even 1% chance Trump isn't a good guy? Constant attacks, phony witch hunts, half-arsed impeachment hearings that never, you know what I mean? The hashtag COVID scare. Do you really think these things were done purely by accident? I again ask you to constantly ask both yourselves. And any Trump haters, why? Why do they hate this man so much? Why is he 24 hours a day off constant anti-Trump hysteria? Why do Hollywood and athletes and TV stars all hate him so much? That's not everybody, by the way. Because he's deep state, or because he's not. The answer is clear. If you step back and take it all in, which a lot of people don't do, because they just listen to mainstream. One final answer for you. I've also heard that this is a plot to expose all the potential troublemakers, people like me, meaning what they're putting out in the news now is QAnon are troublemakers, and anyone to do with QAnon calling themselves Anons are troublemakers. As someone posted me something today, 2 people posted me about someone who's been let go at work because they're a QAnon. Troublemakers. We're not the troublemakers, Antifa are. They're paid by Soros. We're not. They just put that out in the news so people think the QAnon movement's bad. When you go on your phone tapping and scrolling, that's mainstream media. And if you're looking, it's always off a paper. So I'm just saying, people need to understand what that is. The answer is clear if you step back, take it all in. One final answer for you. I've also heard that this is a plot to expose all the potential troublemakers. It's going to expose all the troublemakers, the real troublemakers who are involved with it all, trolls and everything. You're going to be seen because Antifa's been seen because they think they're getting away with it. People were in them groups to see who those people were, where they lived, so on and so forth. People like me. And that is the whole thing was designed to out as patriots. Seriously, do you think they don't already know who owns 15 guns? Do you think those people aren't already on some list somewhere? They've been spying on us for years, as we all know, and they certainly know who is a sheep and who is not. Did this Q thing raise or lower public awareness? Have our ranks grown or sunk over these last few years? Well, the Q thing raised awareness, it didn't sink awareness, and the ranks have grown, so people need to wake up to that. Doesn't matter if you believe in it or not, that's just ridiculous when people just don't do the research. Was that part of the deep state plan too? Wouldn't it have been easier to round up 1 million troublemaking Americans? Because remember, this isn't just an American thing, it's worldwide. Americans rather than 20, round up 1 million troublemaking Americans then rather than 20 million. When you think logically, things become clear. So the next time someone asks you, what if Trump is deep state? I hope you will remember this thread and I hope you will share it with them. Trump and Q are really are our last best chance at taking our country back. I have zero doubt about that. And now we see the true colours of the DS as we watch our cities being destroyed, our forests burn, and the police viciously attacked. There is nothing they will not do to wrestle back control. And I'm now starting to realise that yes, they are willing to do the unthinkable to get it. Of course they are. They're awful people. If they are people. If destroying the world brings back their established order, they will do it. Make no mistake. That's why I said the whole thing's about being aware. We are coming through certain stuff, but you still have to be aware of what's going on, because this is what they do. No mistake about it. Win at all costs. All arrested. They don't care who's being arrested, whatever. They'll just go and go and go. All arrests deployed. But by now, you should understand exactly that these phrases mean Q doesn't use them lightly. He's letting us know it's about to get a whole lot worse. Stand fast. Stay vigilant, patriots. It may not always seem like it, but we are winning. I'd say we already have won. It's a movie being played out. They are scrambling and have been in a full panic mode for years now. We just underestimated their will to survive. We underestimated what they would be willing to do to our country. Q Team did not. The Q Team never underestimated. They were well aware and fully prepared for all of this. Things are being allowed to happen because, like or not, these things are indeed part of the plan. The normies must see for themselves. They cannot simply be told, as we've said, they have to see. These fires, the riots, the random acts of terrible violence are all a part of war. And sadly, in war, there are losses. This is why I said the other day, we are in World War III. We've been in World War III for a very long time. There will be people dying, getting attacked, this, that and the other. That's why I said you have to be vigilant and aware because we're in a war. And like it says on there, in a war, there are casualties. It's just not the same wars we used to have. So yes, you are going to see the shit. And that's why I've been saying, get your mindset ready because you're going to see more shit. So when you're talking about the fires, this, that and the other, which a lot of us know, it's not climate change. People are setting fires to places. We're not in a war of World War One and Two where it was bomb dropping and all that. It's a totally different war. There is devastation, but in the end, it will be worth it. As we have to see these things. Yes, it's not nice, but it'll be worth it in the end. We are at war. Are you willing to die for freedom? Are you willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for your children? I know I am. Pray for our nation, our president, and our world in the end. God wins. Where we go one week, well, that means it's not just America, it's the world, as I will say, make Earth great again, and that's what's happening. So really think about it, you people who sit out there, I'm not talking about people in chat, who go on and they think it's the New World Order, they think Trump's part of that side and he's just deceiving you. Really have a really good think about it because that is not how you do it. You don't, like it says on there, spill your guts as you're just about to cross the finishing line. It is the end game, like the film The Avengers, the end game. The end of the world as they know it. They will fight to the very end, the death, because that's how they are. If there's any snippet of where they think they can take control back, like it says on that thread, they will do. But the thing is, they've lost. The Alliance knew they'd be like this. The Alliance had things in place before they actually dropped the information to the people. We are watching a movie play out. This is why I say, yes, there's a lot of shit going on. Yes, there's fires. Yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. But like you said ages ago, the people cannot be told because they won't believe it. They have to be shown. So you're going to have to be shown the shit, as I keep saying, or the dark, or whatever it is. You have to be shown to know, to push forward, to want to stop it, to, like I've said before, you have to see. Yeah, some of us believe in that as well. You only have to look at Julian Assange and Trump's uncle. It's all really weird. Or was it granddad? No, uncle. So I just thought I'd read that out because it was a really good thread. And then a woman put, and I had to get back to her, dude, all I see is Trump now giving Bill Gates tons of money to shoot us up with a tracking chip disguised as a vaccine. Trump gave him money for a warp speed vaccinations that he will deliver by the military. Show me where that isn't true and I'll be right back on the Trump train. What it is, whether he did that or not, the vaccine wouldn't be the vaccine that they want out. It would be HCQ. And also he has to look like he's doing certain stuff to troll the media and even the deep state because they get confused with him. But if you know about Q and how to read the comms and everything, you know what's going on. Yeah, we know about that, Dave. Well, like, everyone's going on about that. It doesn't really bother me. Like I say, stuff's been done, but it's probably already been done. We said this ages ago. People, don't listen, and then things come out and everyone's like, blah, 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 blah. But like I said, the news tell lies. They're going about certain things going on. We're having earthquakes, and it's more like tunnels getting blown up and stuff like that. But I think most of that's done. It's a lot of fighting underground as well. So, yeah, we did. And from The Who, but it doesn't really matter. He says things the way he says things because he has to troll that side of the media. And that's why people get so confused with it. But like I said, you don't go in for the New World Order and then as Hillary was about to win, throw Trump in and then people go, yeah, but he's just the same. No. Why put two fights, making everyone confused, stopping a lot of their stuff that's going on because it has been pulling back what they were trying to do. You wouldn't do that. You just let Hillary win, and then she was going to cap the stone off, cap the New World Order off. Not going to leave it to drag out for like 4 years of them not be able to get their stuff done. A lot of celebrities went quiet, and I'll tell you something. When I first got into Q, a lot of us knew about George Clooney, and I've been waiting years for someone to say something about George Clooney. In all this time, in nearly 3 years on Q, haven't seen George Clooney about. Something popped out the other day and went, wait till America finds out about George Clooney. I was like, bring it on. Because he went quiet ages ago, but I'm telling you now, you will start hearing, I bet you start hearing all these things about George Clooney like you heard certain things about Tom Hanks. So, we'll just see, won't we? I'm done playing show and tell with people that don't want better. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, Julie. I'm going to go in a minute, but there's a lot of people out there who just constantly regurgitate the New World Order. Someone came in here the other day and I was just like, and I shouted that out a few years ago, Dave, about George Clooney. If you constantly shout out about New World Order and what's coming in with that, you're on that timeline. That's not where we're going. That means you're still in fear. If you're still in fear, that's a frequency that you're on. Meaning you've still got a lot to go within and release from yourself of past things, because that is a fear-mongering timeline. And we're not going to fear, we're going to love. Trust the plan, trust that resonates. I love it when you get fired up. Yeah, I do get fired up. Yes, Mark, I do trust the plan and I do trust what resonates. You can listen to anybody Anywhere, YouTube, outside, it's what resonates. Fingers are tingling. I normally get tingles. It's what resonates. You can watch something and leave something, but it's the part that resonates is your inner self telling you. Even though they do have a lot of people out there trying to look all like they're saying the right thing, and you can normally tell, a bit like Austin Steinbart. It was not cute. Yeah, I don't know whether that's coming or not, Dave. I look at the Project Bluebeam like they've always said in the Illuminati, that sort of thing, New World Order, that we all know that they had a Project Bluebeam. Now, if something did happen, what if it's because they knew it was going to happen and they're calling it Project Bluebeam to confuse people to think it's not real, if anyone gets what I'm saying. And to all the orb haters out there, because I saw a comment the other day and I was laughing, going, it's just lint, it's just dust. Yes, dust doesn't communicate with you. I know what dust is. Dust does not flash green lights at you. The light beams, it's consciousness, God's breath. You can call it whatever you want. People have many different names, angels. It's consciousness in particles, this around you, this space around you, this ether. God's breath is consciousness. When we breathe it in, that's how we begin to know things. That's why they want you to, when you're meditating, to deep breathing exercises. Some people are breatharians. They eat breath. You might think that's bonkers. Go and look into it. There's many bonkers things out there. Love waking up with doll. Oh, thank you, Critical Thinker. Yeah, the orbs, it just makes me laugh. Dust, I like it. I like that, it's energy. There's dust in the air because dust gets moved around by the particles of energy, because there's energy everywhere. You can't always see it, but if you tune into it, you will. But people always come and comment and go, it's dust, it's lint in the air. It's like, yeah, okay. I know what I see, and I see it without the camera as well, more and more now. And I got my sister seeing it the other day, and she was like, wow, it's really big off camera. And they do communicate. Dust doesn't communicate. You can tell dust from an orb. An orb is spherical. A piece of lint or dust is not. So it's hilarious. Yeah, if you haven't watched my orbs, just go and check through my channel where they are. Yeah, orbs are a lot. Some people get scared because you say spirit, so they think they mean ghosts. Well, orbs are everything. It's the spirit realm, which is the cosmic realm, which is all the things we don't normally see, which is consciousness, which is, could be, what you class as ETs, what you class as family spirit realm. Because what did I shout out the other day before I go? When you say heavenly, think of this. I said it the other day. Hi, heavenly. Oh, right. Heavenly adjective, right? Heavenly, divine, holy, celestial, godlike, godly, angelic, spheric, orbs, celestial, cosmic, stellar, planetary. The last one, I love this one. Extraterrestrial. They are extraterrestrial. We're terrestrial because we're here, but they're extraterrestrial from different dimensions. Extraterrestrial. We're in the physical, they're in the non-physical. So when you feel things or see things, people go, it's dust or it's plasma or it's light body, whatever people say they are, because it's all the same thing to me. The reason why they look different, because they're not in a physical body, they're in a non-physical body. Because they're not the non-physical, they're in a non-physical realm. They're not dense. They're light. That's why you could say light beings, or that's why they are light, in a sense. They're lighter than us. They float. But yeah, interdimensional. That's what they are. So they're not going to look like this. And I don't know if they can come into the physical. Maybe they will, but it's quite dense here. So when people say it's not real, it's like, yes, that's a non-physical realm. Understand what physical is and non-physical. We do manifest things in. So Got to look at it. People have got to really expand their way of thinking and their minds. People just sit in the left mind. They will not expand. They're in fear. They don't want to look at things. They don't want to look into things. They don't want to even try to understand anything. They're just too caught up in the physical. That is not where we're going. That is not just what we're a part of. We are part of two, well, many dimensions, but the physical and the non-physical are together. They always were. So anyway, I'm going to go because I've been waffling on, but I just wanted to share that tweet for people who don't understand it. You know, of how could have someone got in. The world is changing because we are changing within. When we change within, the perceptions outside change and the energies change. That's why Trump seems different, doesn't seem like a politician, because he's not. He's a businessman. It's not really about politics. It looks like that's people in 3D, but it's not. Manifested in. Something had to change. So like I said. Anyway. And it's a beautiful day. Oh, it's a bit windy today, but it was a bit sunny before, but it's still a beautiful day. I just wanted to give you some positivity over the weekend because I'm loving what I'm resonating with, the people I'm resonating, things that are coming in, things that I'm finding, because once you resonate, you start attracting everything. That can be things on YouTube, things in your life, anything that resonates, the goodness. I'm getting a lot of goodness, godly goodness of good people, good things I watch, things that are coming in that I was thinking about, and then I'm getting a validation of something else that someone else said. I'm like, yes, which I will share with you on Monday for Mindset Mondays at 9:00 p.m. UK time. So yeah, so thanks everyone for coming in. Like I said, keep weekend, get out in nature, do the things that you love, be around the people that you love as well, and have a good time. So thank you. So we got I'll call you Chocolate. Where we go 1 week? Well, Critical Thinker, you, Mark, the Woke Cajun, probably say that wrong again. Stefan, Maggie, Writer. Yeah, people, this is what we're trying to help. You know, people are figuring out their own power. It's coming anyway. It can't be stopped. It's a thing that's going to happen, whether people like it or not. Even if they understand it or not, they will in the end. Paul, Robert, Candy Cane. Hi, Candy Cane, didn't see you there. Von Craig, Tap 77, Sleeping Warrior, who else? Dave, anyone who's watching who doesn't come in chat. Seven Circles, did I ever miss anyone out? Julie, the old sage, ye old sage is in the house. Yeah, and the old sage, HCQ, that's been going for a long time. That didn't need to be sort of tested, been going for a long time. Cures a lot when people look into it. Paul from Newcastle. Have we missed anyone out? And I can't keep scrolling. So anyone who may have been at the top, thanks for coming in. And I will see you very soon. I've got to go and carry on with my jewellery making now. So if you're interested, you can go over to my Instagram, which I will have to put. I'll have to start linking it up onto this video, but which is Dolly Daydream, or it's under Janine Flannery. So you can go to my Instagram and go and have a look over there at what I'll be putting up soon. But yeah, have a great weekend, and have a great weekend, and remember not to get too caught up in it all. You know, hold the light within you and shine it out, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.